Today, we are on day number 5 of the 5-day self-mastery for success challenge. And I'm so happy to be here with you guys. We had an amazing week. You guys have been playing full out, and I can't just express how much it really just touches my heart. I love seeing you being so vulnerable, really sharing, declaring, disempowering, also sharing, declaring, and empowering all those truthful things about you. So I really want us to harness all the things we learned this past week about ourselves, about our past, about our belief systems. And I'd love to hear how we did on the homework yesterday. Hey, I get to see you here. All right, let me make sure we're live on my phone so I can see any comments. But I love that we're all here. Yay. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Crystal. Good to see you for sure. All right, so let's get our notebooks out for day number 5. And so you might have seen the little update that I did. Basically, there was a couple of questions we didn't finish going over yesterday because I really want to just focus on removing the blocks from our mind, removing blocks from our physical space, even the people we hang around, just doing an inventory on things that are no longer serving us and only bringing things into our life that are truly sparking joy, like Marie Kondo says. So that was yesterday. I didn't want to bring us into more of like doing a self-image. I thought that'd be perfect to do today on how we're going to raise our vibration and then coming from that high vibe state from then coming up with a new self-image. And we have a special guest coming in about 20 minutes at 10:30. I am Indigo Music, and she does music, relaxation, and healing. And so I'm just so excited because that'll really help us get into that high vibe space. So good morning, Griselle. Awesome. So wonderful to see you here. So yeah, make sure you have your notebooks with you. And I just want to do a quick recap. So definitely do the homeworks. You have until tomorrow morning. I'll be going on live doing a Q&A session and also announcing the winners. So any questions that came up for you during the week, during the lessons, during the homeworks, also, if you have any questions about the Abundance Mastermind, then definitely come. I did put a link for the application for those that are interested in doing a deeper dive with me over the next 6 months. And so we start off doing some mindset work on creating that abundant mindset and becoming that person, and then do some business development into really growing your business and having a strategy to strategically get your first client, get more clients. And then, just stepping into that person who has that success that you desire. So this week is kind of, just like an introduction. You can definitely, it feels like everyone got a lot of really great value when you implement and do the homework. So that's what's so important about actually doing the work. Like there's so many webinars and YouTubes and TED Talks and so much amazing information out there, but it's not until you really, implement it. So it's really important for me, I have a couple different coaches, like for health, spiritual, mental, and my business. So it is still kind of, can seem like a lot, but you don't want to get too much information from too many different sources because then you can get overwhelmed. So yeah, awesome. So great to see you here. All right. So we'll just do a quick recap. So day 1, we did understanding self and mind. We really went into the conscious and the subconscious and then how that vibrates through our body. So we'll bring that up a little bit today, going into raising your vibration, then creating a clear life vision. You guys did some beautiful vision boards on Canva, which is also a really great tool to do social media posting. And then you can also schedule it on things like Hootsuite, later.com for Instagram, or just go into Facebook group and do some scheduling. That's more like on the business side, but Canva is just a really great resource. So I'm glad that you guys all got to go in and either make an account if you didn't have one and do those vision boards. There's my kitty. All right. And then day 3, we did tuning in for guidance. And so that's really like letting ourselves be led, setting up our days in the mornings where you just, connect with God and say, what would you have me do? What would you have me go, and to whom? Oh, she wants to make an appearance here. Okay. Hi, V, Grand Rising. Oh, I love it, from the Holistic Motivator Tribe. So amazing. You guys, this group of women is just so powerful. Like I don't know about you guys, but I just been feeling so good and in a high vibe just being in your presence. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, so we day 3, tuning in for guidance. How do we get guided? So a lot of that is really just being still and connecting and quieting all those like monkey mind thoughts that are going, and then really being still and letting those answers come to you, and then taking the actions is the one of the biggest things. So with the vibration that you're in, that's going to cause you to act and track in a different way. So we'll dive more into that too. And then yesterday, day 4 was all about removing blocks. So amazing job. Love Canva. Yay, Crystal. Me too. Okay, so first I have, and I'd love to hear also what you guys do to raise your vibration, but these are 10 things that I found that raise my vibration. So yeah, let's dive into it. And I'd love to hear what you do too, because I'm sure there's lots of different things to do. These are just some of the things that I do. And I always, this is what I love about just the world. Like, so there's all this science that backs up like raising your vibration. And then there's like meditation, which you can test and you can see like your aura starts, emitting different frequencies. There's like infrared light that can show that. So there's really like science behind it. And then one of the things too, so this is just like saying positive affirmations. That's one of them. I guess we get to start that one. But there's this ice crystal experiment. And so what they did was they talked to ice crystals, and you can also do this with rice. So the ice crystals, you have to have like a magnifying glass to kind of really look and see, what's going on with the water once it freezes. But you can also do it with rice. I haven't done it. I still really wanted to, and I think I have some rice in my fridge, so maybe I'll do that. But basically, you're talking to it, and so like one group of ice crystals and another group of ice crystals or rice. And then you just talk to it and say, I love you. I love you. I appreciate you. I love you. I believe in you. I support you. I honor you. I respect you. And just saying all these positive affirmations to the water. And then you say on the other side, like, I hate you. You're worthless. Like you disgust me, all these like nasty words you say to the water. And then as you freeze it, it freezes in like the vibrational state that you like put it in when it was water. Then you freeze it, and then so the positive affirmation ones have a beautiful like snowflake design in the water crystal, and then the ones that were talked to like negatively, it's just like this sporadic like frozen like chaos mess, which is just so interesting because that's like where the science is meeting the like you think like, oh yeah, affirmations are like woo woo, but then you see the science behind it and you're like, no, this is not just a fancy fluffy thing to do, but there's really some science behind it. Yeah, so Crystal says meditation, running, music, cooking, laughter. Oh yes, I don't even know if I put that on there, but yeah, laughter and being silly. That's so important. They always say laughter is the best medicine. Yeah, I think like listening to comedies or just talking to a friend. I have a couple of friends that are just hilarious. Jamie, Melina, who's here, she's just hilarious. I love just talking to friends that'll lift your mood. So definitely affirmations. So that's one of them. I'm going to write these down too so I can put it back in the chat. So affirmations. The second thing is eating high vibe food. So when I was just looking at this, so I'd love to hear what you guys like to do for your high vibe breakfasts. So I had an avocado toast this morning, and that felt really good. The bread was like multigrain, so that has some in it. But I learned, so like dead animals, I mean, I don't eat meat, but the dead animals, they have 3 to 5 like megahertz of like vibration in them, because they're like they've passed. So and then if you have like broccoli and almonds, that's like 50 to 70 megahertz. So it's just like tells you that's already so much like a higher vibration in your body just from these foods. That's like the scientific portion of it, but also you can tell it feels better when you have a salad over a pizza, even though pizzas can be very yummy, right? So I could probably boost your mood just with the taste, but the after effects, you might feel fuller or lethargic. And I think moderation for everything. You don't want to deprive yourself, but understanding, for the most part, have those high vibe foods. So more raw foods, good vegetables, things like that. I know Crystal likes cooking in here. Then the next thing was water too, making sure you have really good, clean water. So I love Kangen water. So I always have like a 9.5, like really high pH water. And then that's going to just make sure that it keeps your body in a high vibration. And there was this really cool scale that I did. It just tells you all the different, like worry and anxiety are such a low vibration. And then as you go up, like peace, love, and then enlightenment is like the top of the top. And then gratitude's really high up there. So first, affirmations, the food you eat, the water you take, and then also gratitude. So gratitude is going to raise your vibration, because you can't be like thinking lack and thinking gratitude and abundance at the same time. So that's a super, super important thing that you can do to raise your vibration. So we have gratitude. Yeah, and then Crystal mentioned it, but meditation. So I want to talk about how meditation, which we kind of talked about in tuning in, but that's just going to raise your vibration because you're silent in those silent thoughts. And our natural state of being is just a high vibe. I mean, enlightenment, like that enlightened state is our truth being, and that's the highest state you can actually be in. So when you are quiet and you meditate, then you are just letting all the anxiety, all the worry, all the any cares of the world just kind of go, and you're just letting yourself be. And so it's really important to do that practice every day. I listened to that Louise Hay meditation. Not sure if you guys saw it on the Lady Entrepreneur page. I had posted it, but it's so great to wake up. And it's basically like a gratitude meditation. You're grateful for the bed you got to sleep in, for your pillows, and then you think about your appliances and just your toilet. It's a modern miracle. Thinking back, like 200 years ago. 200 years ago. Yeah, I guess 200 years ago. So yeah, so it's just, yeah, gratitude is definitely a beautiful one. Yeah, I'd love to hear what else you guys do. Oh, and also I really love crystals. I've been getting into crystals, and I didn't write this down originally, but we can write this down because it definitely raises your vibration too. But having crystals, so I have like a bunch of like little crystals over here, rose quartz, the blue crystal quartz, a lot of different ones because there's just natural healing in the crystals. Thank you for sharing that meditation. Oh yeah, isn't Louise Hay just so amazing? Yeah, she has an interesting story. I think our stories are just so powerful. I know I really go into that in the business accelerator portion where it's like, how we tell our story is how we relate to other people. So Louise Hay has a really beautiful story too, like when she got super sick and then she had to heal herself. That's why she has that book, You Can Heal Your Life, which is a YouTube. You can listen to the whole audio book. It's really, really good. So crystals, and then also scents. So that's why I like smelling a flower, getting that fresh air, getting that nature. But I do have a diffuser. And so there's like frankincense, rose, peppermint, lavender, all the different scents. And they're all kind of based on different moods you want to bring out to you. So if you have a rose, it's more of like a sensual mood. If your man's coming home or something. And then also, yeah, so that's why flowers, the house also very sensual, like roses. But yeah, so different, based on what you want your mood to be. I know when I take a bath, I always put some lavender drops in the bath, and that really, just gets me relaxed. So those are definitely good for boosting your vibration and boosting your mood. So crystals and scents. Because I'm so excited about music. Okay, so the next one we'll say is music. And very soon we'll have Indigo. I forgot her actual first name. She just goes by Indigo Music. I found her online and I saw her at a vision board party that I was like just a part of. Not like I wasn't a part of the, just doing the vision board party. And she was there and I thought her voice was so beautiful. So I'd reached out to her and now we've connected and she's going to come visit us today. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, so we had meditate. I've been introduced to the power of crystals. Yeah, I'm not like super knowledgeable on crystals, but it feels good having them around. And from what I've learned, that they've just brought me a lot of joy and peace. And also I think it's kind of like, even, there really is healing properties, but just even a placebo effects are really, they happen, they can really work. And that's just the power of the mind in believing too. But yeah, thanks for sharing that ladies link, Crystal, because I'm definitely gonna dive more deeper into like the science behind it. When you get the science behind it, it just instills that belief in you even more. So that's always a good thing. All right. Awesome. Okay. So the next thing, and I'm really excited we just get to like talk about these things so you can incorporate them into your life, just in your everyday, day-to-day, raising your vibration. Yeah, I think that starting the day off with gratitude is just beautiful. So I do gratitude, drink of water, and then also movement. So I said music, and then movement is really a huge one. And I like to dance. I feel, I haven't been dancing lately because everything's been closed. So I'm excited once things start opening up, which they're starting to. So I'm here in the Bay Area, and I love to Zumba. What do you guys like to do for your exercise? I've been wanting a few. Yeah. So, you could run, you could bike, you could swim. There's Zumba, body pump, Pilates, yoga, which is also really great for stretching and breathing. So I think that really helps me feel good and raise my vibration too. But yeah, movement. So it could be anything, yoga, dance. What are the things that you guys love to do? Awesome. Okay. Movement, getting in nature. I know this is one we talked about in the Abundance Mastermind a lot. And actually I did this yesterday. It was a nice day out. I actually had seen on Instagram, some other lady said, I live so close to the beach, so I'm just gonna go to the beach. And I was like, me too. I used to do that a lot in the summer and like warmer times, but I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just go to the beach. So I just put my jacket, brought my towel, and then just laid at the beach and started finishing up the work I had to do. So going out in nature. And then, just the sun, has vitamin D, and then that's really good for you, and that's going to raise your vibration. So nature, the trees, breathing in that good oxygen. And then even just breathing, but not breathing. Most people breathe, but just to like barely stay alive, like breathing where you're like just taking in a huge chest, belly, like deep breathing where you're oxygenating all of your body. And then that's going to just move, that oxygen is going to raise your vibration. And that's going to help you like live longer too, and have just more energy when you're like doing those deep breaths. So I'll say nature and breathing, but not just any breathing, a really different type of breathing. So I would just encourage you guys, while we're all here, let's just take a couple deep breaths. And if you have a Apple Watch, I know my boyfriend has one, and every so often it'll tell him like to breathe for a couple minutes. And so we'll just kind of do some deep breathing, and it feels so good. But just take a deep breath in through your nose and then hold at the top. And I like to hold my belly because I really want to make sure I'm doing a deep, like chest, belly, like filling up my whole lungs and my whole diaphragm and stomach, and just getting all the air in and the oxygen. Oh, feels so good. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, hi, Iris. Iris joined us. Hey, good to see you. I've been doing yoga, assisted Grizel, because of postpartum issues, but tend to like boot camp, hiking and running. Yeah, hiking. And then you killed, I don't like to say that analogy. But yeah, then you're getting like 2 in 1, right? Hiking and nature and movement. And then that breathing in the sunshine. So all the good things. All right. So we're just moving along through this. That's awesome. We're doing pretty good on time here. And then organizing. So we did this yesterday. I don't know if you guys got a chance. I did a little bit. I have this paradigm about my office. Like the room's always clean, kitchen's always clean, living room's clean. Then my office, I don't always keep it so clean. So I did a little tidying yesterday, and I'm gonna finish up today. I told myself like I'm going through everything on my desk and organizing it. But when you organize, that makes space in your mind, just like removing the blocks and making space for all the good. So yeah, it's really important to be organized, and you think better. Your mind's not as cluttered. So organizing, that's number 9. Hey, Iris. Also, so I think number 10 is creative expression. So that can be through movement, that can be through art, it can be through gardening. There's all different types of ways, even doing makeup if you really love it. I was having some issues this morning. I don't really wear a lot of makeup, but since we're all talking about self-mastery and we're going to go into self-image today, I wanted to like just get a little bit fancier. And I really love, every day I want to kind of like wake up and just be my best self. But some days, since I work at home, I'm in my workout clothes, but what I feel like when I dress better and I feel better, just like it kind of makes me want to act the part, even though not like acting, right, just being my best self. So that's like a practice this week that I've taken on, just because I want to be presentable and look good for you guys. And then I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna really make this a habit, just get up, shower, get myself together real nice, even if I'm just at home. So then I just feel more professional, like on screen and talking to all of you. So yeah, creative expression. And then the bonus one is going to be hanging around people with a high vibe. So I must have added one in there. I think the crystals in the sense I added, but yeah, hanging out with high vibe people. This is so, so important because then you start picking up people's attitudes and behaviors and patterns subconsciously. Like our subconscious is kind of just taking on what's around us, but you're going to pick up on their mood. And so Dr. Joe Dispenza, he has that book, Breaking the Habit of Being You. He does these meditations. And so he was measuring the aura that was emitting from people as they were doing the meditations. And that energy field was going like so far out, like a mile out from where the center was. So that just tells you like people's energy and aura and what they're bringing, their vibration is going to affect you. And, as, a dominant leader, you can, kind of like protect that energy, but, it's like, you don't want to have to do that extra effort. Like, so really just making sure you hang around high vibe people. And so one of the ladies that I love hanging around is my friend Mahima. She's also one of my mentors from the Mahima mindset. So some of the people that were in my mastermind before, you've seen her. And she did a lesson for us. She just did a really beautiful connect to your soul. It's all about living happy, healthy, peaceful in the now moment. And also being, very prosperous and successful as well. She's been just doing amazing things in the world. So yeah, she always has these really high goals. So she makes, I think, yeah, when I was helping her out when she came to San Francisco, that weekend we made about 350,000 just with her 1-year mentorship program. And then she's constantly, she's talking about her money goals with me, very open, and what she does. So her last event, she spent about $20,000 on Facebook ads. And then, but then her projection was hoping to make 200,000 from that. And of course she has, her staff and everything, but it's just nice because then it's like a conversation that feels like, yeah, like that's what we do. That's how we live. It doesn't seem so far out there. So it's really important. And then just people that are like-minded, where you're like, oh, like I'm going to go work out. I'm going to, just say positive things. I'm going to be grateful. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to smile. I'm going to get to, joke around. I'm going to be productive. I'm going to dress well. Yeah, that I am picture that I did, and I saw you guys posted. I just loved it. And if you haven't done the homework, make sure you do, so we can really get you eligible for the prizes. And I'm going to throw in a couple of bonus prizes too, just because I'm just having so much fun here. Awesome. Okay, so I'm super excited. So it is 10:30 and we have Shayna here with us for some music therapy. What perfect timing. We just finished our list, and then we'll go into the self-image and who we need to be and show up as. All right. All right, looks like, yay. Hello. Good to see you.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I thought my microphone was off. I was like, she didn't hear me, but she did because you responded.
Yes, no, I definitely hear you. Oh my God, it's so awesome to have you here. Yeah, I have us live streaming on Facebook.
Okay.
So yeah, so we're in the Facebook group. And then I'd love to do an introduction. I told them a little bit about you. So I met you at the virtual, what was it? A vision board party with the Holistic Accelerator with Eduardo. And I just loved your music, and I just, it brought me so much joy. I just felt really high vibe. There you are. And, and then also I was just rewatching the music relaxation that you had done on Valentine's Day. And yeah, I just think you're so talented, and I'm so great. So today's all about raising your vibration. So in one of the things, so I just went through a list of 10 things, and one of the things was music, how that can really raise your vibration. So
music will do that for you. I know you already introduced me, and really quick, I want to make sure that my microphone is going to work correctly. So please let me know. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Ladies, okay. Can you still hear her?
I just want to that mode is going to work, because I'll use it when I'm actually playing the song, so you guys can get the good quality out of me. But yes, music can do that. Music has a way of sneaking past all your big old borders and walls and defenses and getting right up into that subconscious and just going, it's okay.
Yeah, let me talk about subconscious mind. Just get it in there and like vibrate with it. And
it has a way of instantly getting you on that vibration you want to be on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 songs. I have 2 songs for you guys today. This first one, Sure to Elevate, is all about the legacy you want to leave here in life, what you did and who you helped and all of that kind of thing. So this song is called Living On. I'm still relatively young, younger still compared to some. And every now and then I can't help thinking on the direction of my life. What will all my days be like? Tell me, what will I become? Will I make my parents proud? Will I help somebody out? Will I do it right?
And I know so many people who believe in this, that, or the other thing. There's so much more to life than what we see. And maybe I just see it differently. Cause once you're gone and on and up to whatever happens next. But it's what you do right here. It's what you do right now that gets remembered best. It takes someone truly brave to be kind, though the concept may seem silly or absurd. And what I've learned is those who think in straight lines never truly get ahead of the curve. But if at the end I can't count the times I've laughed and cried, because there are too many, then I think I've done all right. And I know so many people who believe in this, that, or the other thing. There's so much more to life than what we see. Well, maybe I just see it differently. Cause once you're gone and on and up to whatever happens next. And it's what you do right here. It's what you do right now that gets remembered, that gets remembered, that gets remembered best.
I love it. I have the ladies in here. They're like, yes, like so beautiful. Oh my gosh, your voice is just like, it's like peaceful and exciting and expands like all these things at the same time. It's just like, oh, I just want to like just feel so good. So thank you.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm excited about that. Well, I have one more song for you guys. This one is a little bit more, well, actually, no, I guess they're both more like self inspirational. This one, just a little story behind this one. I actually was inspired to write this song for a friend of mine who was going through a very hard time in life. She just had several, you know how sometimes you have the storm comes and it's just a whole bunch of stuff at the same. Yeah, she was feeling it. So, you know, I got inspired and I was like, let me write something to kind of, you know, help her, motivate her through this part, because sometimes you just got to go through it. You can't stop in the middle. So yeah. This song is called I Bet on.
All right, ladies, let's go. I bet on me.
Do 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 do. Things are feeling like they used to. I'm not feeling like I used to. I know that things never stay the same, but even the way they've changed isn't feeling like they used to. And I know that every flower has a season. And I know behind it all there's a reason. Everything you were saying, yeah, I heard it all before. It's not hitting like it used to anymore. But every time I fall, I get up again. Every time I rise twice as high. Cause even when everything is falling apart, I know that gravity is a part of life. So even when I feel like I can't win, even then I know it's just a matter of time. If I can crawl, I can walk until I'm running with the wind. I bet on me every time. Do 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 do. See, I'm not who I used to be. I don't see things the way I used to see. I see the value in the way I've changed and doing things a different way, and I'm exactly who I need to be. See, I know how hard it can be sometimes to grow, to start on a new path and leave behind the world you know. And I know it firsthand because I've done it all before. You got what it takes to make it through more. Cause every time I fall, I get up again. Every time I rise twice as high. Cause even when everything is falling apart, I know that gravity is a part of life. So even when I feel like I can't win, even then I know it's just a matter of time. If I can crawl, I can walk until I'm running with the wind. I bet on me every time. I always bet on me. I know the strength that's inside. I know I have what it takes to fly, to fly. And every time I fall, I get up again. Every time I rise twice as high. Cause even when everything is falling apart, I know that gravity is a part of life. So even when I feel like I can't win, even then I know it's just a matter of time. If I can crawl, I can walk until I'm running with the wind. And if I fall, you better know that I'm getting up again. I bet on me every time. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I bet on me every time.
Yay, thank you so much. Oh my God, so beautiful. Yeah, everyone just typing in what you were saying. We got what it takes. It's just a matter of time. I bet on me. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you are so talented. And so please tell us where we can find you online, and then what you're up to in the world. I know you said you were working on your website last time, on the Valentine's call.
Yes, I am I am still kind of working on my website. I'm working on the booking feature, but if you would like to schedule any type of music relaxation session, something similar to what we just did right here, you can always message me on Instagram. Is a great way to find me. You can find me at I am Indigo Music. And you can message me there about any of my services. And yeah, that's the best way. You can get to everything else I do from there. So
Awesome. Yay. Yeah. And if you do need someone that needs websites, let me know and I can get someone.
I will let you know.
Yeah.
I might have to talk to you about that. So
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you.
I mean, we got to stick to what we're good at. And you are just so talented and amazing. And so let someone else do the websites and like,
You know what? You know how they have that meme when he's like,
okay.
yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for your time. And we'll be in touch.
Alrighty.
Right, take care. Awesome. Awesome. All right, ladies, was that amazing or what? Okay. Well, yeah, I just think she's so awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you can check her out. So I'm Indigo Music is her Instagram, and I'll post her on the in the Facebook group so you could go and find her. And she has a bunch of these every Tuesday. She does tips and randomly she'll just come on and do singing and healing sessions. Last time I saw her, she was like, what do you want to feel? What do you want to bring in? And so people were saying inner peace, and they want to bring in patience and prosperity. And then she just based on, it's like, you know, comics, when they're really skilled at doing their comedy, then they'll just like bring jokes back around, get jokes from the audience, and then they just kind of like wing it. And so that's what she was doing. So she was like, what do you want to feel? Like, you know, and she does these like therapy sessions with her music. And then so she was like, you know, I was like, yeah, I want to bring in self-love. And so she just did this whole session on it. So I'll post that session that she did with us. So you could just watch it. And she had this machine, I think I wrote it down. It was called kalimba or something. But it was just like this actual sound therapy like machine that she does. Thank you. What a gift. Wasn't that so beautiful? I know. The first time I heard her, I was like, oh my gosh, like you are so talented. And like, we need to get your voice out there. Like she just had her guitar and like, you would think she had like a whole thing with her. Just her voice is just so great, beautiful. So yay. I know that really definitely gets me in a high vibration. And it's been working out really perfectly. We're probably gonna go a little bit longer today because I know we're already getting to the 45-minute mark, but I really want to dive into self-image now that we're coming from this beautiful place. And I didn't even know what song she was going to sing. I just knew whatever she was going to bring was going to be awesome. And so that I bet on me, like, yes, like that's what I want us to do. I want us to bet on ourselves and know that we can do anything and just like be in that high vibe state where it's like, affirming, like I can do anything, anything's possible. Like God lives in me, like we are one, I'm the creator, all these things. And so that was, a beautiful session to really just get us in this high vibe space where now we can go into our workbooks and do a beautiful self-image from this empowered state of being, right? So awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back to our lesson 4 workbook from yesterday. And I mean, if you don't have your workbook in front of you, you could just write it down. These are some of the things I want you to really think about for today so today's all about raising our vibration. So as I want us to always be in this high vibe state. And so even like, before I get on with you guys, like I do a quick check-in meditation. Sometimes, I'll say affirmations. I'll look in the mirror and just say, I love you, you're worthy, I respect you, like you have gifts to give the world. So the homework actually is to write an affirmation and put it on your mirror. And I have this affirmation that I think I've told some of you guys that were doing your comments, but my work is of high service and worthy of massive compensation. I'm giving my gifts to the world and I'm well compensated for it. And I truly believe that, like, the only reason we make money is to spend money. Like, so it's not like, oh my God, I'm taking their money. No, they're making money to spend it on things that are going to make them feel good. So that's like what we're doing, whether it's like you're buying, your favorite food, your favorite outfit, going on a vacation, investing in yourself, and you're learning, growing your business so you can have a freedom lifestyle. So it's like the only reason we're even making money is to spend it on things that are going to uplift us, uplift our families, our communities. So yeah, I definitely want us to really, shift in a money mindset, and we definitely, dive into that in the abundance program. But like money is only a tool. So I think it was like day 2 or 3 when we talked about money, and it's okay to love money for what money can do, not just for money's sake. But money deserves to be in the hands of good-hearted people. So what do you want to do to make money? Who do you want to be? How do you want to show up in the world? So we did create our life vision. But like, let's get even more detailed with that life vision. So some people, I want to make money. I want to grow my business. Well, what is the business? How do you serve people? And you don't need to know exactly the how it's going to happen, but having a general idea of, I'm going to do coaching. I'm going to do digital courses. I'm going to sell jewelry. I'm going to sell, maybe have health products. I'm part of this Isogenics group. And so it's a health company that has like shakes and vitamins and just supplements, kind of like a apple cider vinegar, green tea extract. That's been helping me. So I took it's been about 3 months that I've been on the program. And so it's not until just recently that I started sharing it, because I really see the effects that it's done for me. My boyfriend's been losing weight because he's getting that happy weight. So yeah. And then it also just like, this is where like the high vibe and having the community comes in, where it's like, now I'm thinking, because I'm like, why am I getting the vitamins and the shakes and all the things? Because I want to live this healthy lifestyle. So it reminds me, okay, go for a run in the mornings, or do your push-ups and sit-ups, or go in the home gym I created in the garage and start doing some squats, or punching the bag, get on the bike. So it's just kind of like a lifestyle that we want to live. So, all right. So let's get back to the worksheet. Probably go for about 10 more minutes. Okay. So day number 4. So who do you need to become to live the abundant life that we created on day number 2? So you can't live, this is the Dr. Joe Dispenza quote, but it says, you can't live a new reality with the same personality. So if you want something different, you have to do something you've never done before. Like if we keep doing the same old thing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. So it's really, you have to make a change to get a change, which sounds obvious, but it's like, how do we even do that? So some of these things with raising our vibration, having that clear vision and visualizing it often. So I was saying, like, look at that vision every single day, let that drive you and motivate you, and just keep planting on subconscious mind. So I love that she was even talking about subconscious mind, because it's just like so powerful. Like our subconscious mind does not know the difference. And I'd love for you to even think of a time when your subconscious mind told you something that wasn't even true. So yeah, for me, I was talking, little hairballs, I think were spiders. Something else happened to me the other day too, that I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm just letting my mind like get ahead of me. So yeah, it's like our subconscious mind can take us to different places that's not even true. So if it's going to take us to different places that aren't even true, let's take it to a place that's just going to astound ourselves and just be something beyond our wildest dreams. I know Heather had posted in this group like, I don't know, it's like lead by faith instead of fear. So faith and fear are both invisible. Faith, you're having faith in something that doesn't really exist yet, or you don't see it. I think it does exist, right? Because I think, time is just past, present, future right now, like Einstein said. But so it does exist, but are you going to have faith in that, even though you can't see it right now? Or are you going to give into the fear, which you can't see either? So neither one, faith and fear, like they don't exist, but you get to choose. Are you going to go from love and faith, or are you going to go from fear and lack and limitation and let that take hold of you? Like, might as well just go and have faith, because the fear thing is not going to happen unless you keep thinking about it and bringing it into your life and manifesting it. So might as well manifest that beautiful life and that you want, right? Awesome. Queen. Hey, Queen. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have the PR queen in the house. It's so good to have you here. Yeah, she's a beauty queen and she talks all about showing up. So definitely get connected to Queen. And thanks for being here. I appreciate it. So today we're actually going back a little bit into the worksheet. We're talking about who do you need to be to live an abundant life. So what is that person? You don't have to write it all now, but really write it down in your workbooks and think about it. So I don't think you need to be up at 5 a.m. and hustle and grind, but think about a lifestyle. So this is really all about a lifestyle to me, because you can live all different ways and be successful. And what's your definition of success? So, when would you like to wake up, go to sleep? What kind of foods would you like to eat? What do you want to be doing? Do you want to be coaching? Do you want to be, doing real estate, maybe showing houses, giving people their dream home to start their family in? And, it's what do you want to do? What does that look like? And then definitely write it down. And then we're going to see, to step into that. How do you need to step into that? What thoughts do you need to be thinking? So we definitely need to believe in ourselves. We need to say positive, affirming thoughts. And so yesterday, or I guess it's still in this workbook, it talks about a thought checker. So I would love for you guys to just kind of monitor your thoughts every maybe 3 or 4 hours, just kind of set an alarm. What have I been thinking about these last couple of hours? Because we're going to become what we think about, and whatever we focus on grows. And so the same thing is when you don't focus on something, then it just goes away because our focus isn't even there anymore. So little side note. Okay, so who do you need to become to live an abundant life? So do you need to be, thinking, from a place of faith? You need to be constantly affirming to yourself you can do it. You're who do you need to be hanging around? Do you need to go to a gym? Do you need to join a health management team that's going to keep you on track like I did? What is it for you that's how do you want your life to be? And accountability is so important. It's we think, oh, I should be able to do this all by myself. But even, when we were talking to Shana with I Am Indigo Music, trying to get her website together. And I know I have someone else on the call was saying how, they're working on their website, and you can go on Fiverr or Upwork and have someone do it for you. And you really don't need an elaborate website as you're getting started, even just a one-pager where people can see, what you do, and then it just looks professional. And so that's a little bit more business tactics, but sticking to our strengths and what we're good at. So I really think it's all about lifestyle. How do you want to live? And we can't do this alone. Rome wasn't built in a day by one person. If you really want to build something grand for yourself, allow yourself to, get groceries delivered. I love Amazon Prime. And so that I'm not spending time going to the stores. Once in a while, it's a fun experience, just kind of shop around and pick things up. But, it's delegate and leverage. So you don't have to be the one doing it all. Cause that's, as the moms know, I know there's a lot of moms in here, that's a recipe for burnout and overwhelm. So what do you want that lifestyle to look like? Do you want to have maybe your meals prepared? Do you want to have a personal chef? I mean, let's think really big here. It doesn't have to happen overnight, but what do you want your room to look like? How do you want your living space? Just who do you need to be to live that abundant life? So I would just say, I got the new position. Oh my gosh, Sierra, let's all celebrate Sierra. She just got a new position. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. Yay, what a high vibe. Yeah, this is a really good high vibe call. And definitely celebrate yourself. I'm really excited for you, Sierra. Congratulations. Okay, so we're talking about who do you need to be. So Sierra, you have become the up-leveled person that now has the new position. So, and I could tell you've really been doing a lot of work and just seeing you grow. And also, I know Sierra and her personality, she always is giving. That was one of our things, acts of kindness. for our, or was it? It was definitely one of them I was thinking of, but doing acts of kindness. Like she's just so giving, and then like giving and receiving is the same thing, like I was saying. And so that shows, leaving people with the impression of increase, like going the extra mile. Like that's the kind of personality traits they need to have to like get promoted, get that extra level. So yeah, good job, not surprised, and keep going. All right, awesome. Okay, so yeah, so write down for question number 2. So what does that person do daily? Their appearance, their car. Do they have a trainer? Do they get weekly massages? What color are they doing their nails, getting manicure, pedicures? So write it down, live, and then just start living in it. And you don't have to do it all at once. Like we don't want to like get ourselves in debt or anything. But and there's some, there's good and bad debt too, but that's another conversation. But it's like, even if it's just doing your own nails, keeping your own nails like nice and clean. And then when you do have that extra money, you're a person that has like clean, nice nails. And so, then you go spend it. So it's just like, little things at once, and choose one at a time. But remember, we were saying yesterday, always have the best that can be had in the now moment. So even if that means you need to downsize and get rid of all the bad stuff and maybe have 5 amazing things, wash it and rewear it. And then as you grow and you get better, then you get more things, but keeping the best that can be had, then that's just how you live. And that's the standard that you set. And then that's how you do life. Okay. So then thinking about, it was last year's message. Oh, it's totally okay to receive. Oh yeah. So me and Sierra, we were going through that. Letting yourself, being open to receive. And so many of us don't do that. It's kind of like that chicken soup example that I talked about yesterday. Like, you don't have to have the old chicken soup. You have the best that can be had, and let yourself have that. As you let yourself have that, you can, there's abundance all over the place. People want to connect with you. They want to give to you. It feels good to give. And, since we're all one, it's like, you're just like giving to yourself. And yeah, so it's just like a beautiful concept, but let yourself be open to receive. I know Amber, one of my clients, she was like, we just were getting coffee, and it wasn't a test at all, but it was kind of interesting to see. And so I was like on my way to Starbucks because I was early for the meeting, and it turned out she was too, but I was early. So I was like, I'm gonna stop by Starbucks. What do you want? And normally she would have been like, no, I don't need anything. Knowing that we all love a good Starbucks, whether it's a tea or a coffee or, a shake. So she was like, oh, I'll get like this, the chai latte or whatever. And so I was so glad that she, said that. Like, even if it's just a coffee, like, no, it's okay. But like, well, you're denying me the privilege and excitement that I get to give you something too, and then you get the gift. So it's really a beautiful concept. All right, so as we're finishing up this day 4 workshop, and I'll make sure I get through this pretty quickly. So what patterns, paradigms, and habits do you need to get rid of? So we talked about, you can't have the same personality to get a new reality. So what do you need to change about yourself? Yeah, maybe it's procrastination, maybe it's showing up to things late, maybe it's overeating. It's like whatever you're doing that's not lined up with your ideal self. And so that first is like having that clear image of what do you want your life to look like we did in day 2 with that life vision. And then who do you need to become? What do you need to get rid of in order to really step into that person? Okay, now we're finishing up day 5. So we did the 10 ways to raise your vibration, and I'm going to put them in the chat. So if you weren't here, you can just watch this whole thing, hopefully you do, or I'll just put it in there too, so you can have it as a quick reference. Okay, so the last thing we're going to talk about is basically the people that we hang around. Sorry, I'm going to drink a little bit of water, actually. Okay. Okay, so who are the 5 people you hang out, with the most? Because they say you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. And when I had done this maybe 4 years ago, I averaged out every person I was hanging out with, then divided their income. And it was like right on the money of what I was getting. At the time, I wasn't like super happy with what I was getting. So I was like, that's fascinating. Like, and not just money wise, but even just your values, your habits, your workouts, your thinking, the vacations you take, what you think is possible for yourself. Your people that are around you are going to affect you so much. So I want you to write down. So we're on day 5 now, right here at the bottom. So who are the 5 people that you spend the most time with? And no guilt, judging, blame, shame, but just knowing. So who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? And it could be like, say, so I don't listen to Bob Proctor as much as I did, but when I was doing that 1-year program with him, I was every morning and every night I was listening to him. So yeah, I was spending more time with him than like my parents at the time. So even if you're hanging out with somebody online and it's like you're listening to them for an hour a day, which is like more than someone else you'd be hanging out with, then make sure you write that down too. So the 5 people you're spending the most time with. And then, so the next question, the last question is basically, who do you want to bring into your inner circle? Who are the 5 people you want to be spending more time with? And the craziest thing is like, so with the lady who was just doing the music, Shanna, I just saw her and reached out to her because I was like, oh my God, I think you're so talented. Like, I want to, like maybe do partnerships, like, to have her come to my thing. And I just want to be involved in whatever she's doing. So it's just like reaching out to people. And when I did the High Vibe Entrepreneur Live interview series, that's actually how I became friends with Mahima. Is I just reached out to her. We met at a Lisa Nichols event. We were both like just sitting in front at the VIP day that she was having before the actual like 3-day workshop. And, she was dancing. I loved her vibe. And I was like, hey, how's it going? And so we had connected, friended each other on Facebook, and then we became friends. And then also I was reaching out to I ended up like reaching out to Abraham Hicks. Like, I was just like, there's no, everyone's just a person. Like, there's nobody on a pedestal. Like, we're all one, we're all the same. But we just have these perceptions that are different. So I was like, I'm reaching out to whoever I want to. So I was reaching out to all kind of people that I was like, at first I was kind of like, who am I to reach out to these people? But then I was like, yeah, like, who am I not to reach out to these people? So I just started reaching out to big name people. I got some amazing, because I really wanted to be the High Vibe Entrepreneur Live interview show. It was all about 6- and 7-figure entrepreneurs that have like cracked the code on how to still live happy, live the lifestyle, and really be successful and not get burnt out. And I got some amazing people. This lady, her was Sarah Ann, I kind of forgot her last name, but her husband, he spoke at the Influencer Summit. So I looked them up. And she's a really awesome health entrepreneur. And so I was like, I want to reach out to her. Like, I just found her through her husband speaking on stage. It's crazy. I don't know all their names. They're big names, but we're all a big deal, right? Awesome. All right. Well, we are at the top of the hour, so I'm going to just get into the homework. But yeah, let me know, who do you want to bring into your circle? Sierra, so good to see you here. So how has this 5 days been for you? I hope you guys enjoyed it. It sucks we are coming down to the last day, but I'm really excited about the mastermind. I know we're going to have some amazing ladies in the mastermind. So if this did speak to you, definitely apply to the mastermind. Just because you apply doesn't mean it's like an automatic. We're definitely being selective just because of time and group size. We're not going to be taking everybody, but I want to be able to take as many people as possible. So definitely get your application in as soon as possible. I'm going to be doing interviews next week, so we'll get started soon, and we can just keep diving into this work, and then keep doing your homework. I'm going to announce the prizes tomorrow. And what else? Oh yes, the homework for today. Yeah, and let me know what you guys thought about this week. What did you learn? Any breakthroughs that came about? Is anyone interested in doing the mastermind and doing a deeper dive into this work? I'd love to know. I mean, just fill out the application. I'll also put it in this day 5 link too, so you don't have to like scroll through the comments. I know a lot of people have been posting their homeworks in there, so it might get lost. Okay, so I think I had mentioned my affirmation, but write your affirmation down and put it on the mirror. So some people just write it directly on the mirror, or you can just use a Post-it. I just used a Post-it note, and I put it on the mirror. So mine's my work is of high service and worthy of massive compensation. I'm giving my gifts to the world, and I'm well compensated for it. So that's like right there when I look at it. So it's like I have a gift and I'm giving it to the world. That's like my way of service, and then then I'm well compensated for it because not because it's because I should, because I have a lot of value to give. I give my whole heart. I really care about the work I'm doing, and everyone should be compensated for a job well done, right? So that's what I put on my mirror. And then so in the group, it says so you can post your affirmation that you're going to write, or you can take a picture of on your mirror of your affirmation, and that'll be the homework for today. And then if you do the 5 days, the prizes are, so a breakthrough session with me, it's valued at $400. You can get some cash money. And then anyone that's done all the homework will get that scholarship to join us in the mastermind too, the $220 scholarship. So I'm so excited. I just had the best time with you all. We got this, ladies. Let's go. Awesome. B, love your energy. This has just been so much fun for me. And I want to just keep the vibe, keep your homework, keep the vision boards, and just go through it often. So remember, the 5 people you want to bring in your inner circle and reach out to them. Don't be scared. So we're talking about being fearless this week. there's nothing to fear. So we really went into that. And watch the replays if you want. Repetition is the mother of all skill. That's what Lisa Nichols says. And the thing is, what happens is when you're reading something, your brain's registering what you just heard. Like if something was stuck out to you, it was registering, and it takes a couple seconds. So you're missing the next couple seconds of what was said because, and this is, I really feel everything's kind of channeled. I'm asking for guidance. I'm letting it flow through me. You guys are giving me so much energy. So this is really like a combined effort in this whole training. And I'm so grateful for you guys participating and being here. It just made this whole experience just so much more powerful. And that's kind of like the power of the mastermind. When all these amazing minds come together, it just really creates a big force of energy, especially we're all in such a high vibe. We're growth minded. We want to do great things in the world. So it's just been really, really amazing. So yeah, check out the replays. I'm going to keep them throughout the weekend. I'll take them off on Monday so you can watch them as much as possible. And yeah, I guess that's it. We're all done for our challenge. So there are some details just about me if you want to know a little bit about me, or you can go to terrywade.com just to kind of, just see what I'm about. And then any next steps to dive deeper. So that basically is the mastermind, and the link. It should be a clickable link in the packet, but if not, yeah, definitely go in the group. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yay. Crystal, thank you so much. Yeah, Crystal's in the mastermind. The growth that happened in the mastermind, the ladies, it was like night and day. Everyone has grown so much that was in the mastermind, just knocking off goals, just because the person that they became, like first, not really growth minded, not thinking abundantly. And then they're like, all right, watch out world, here I come, just knocking off their goals in all levels, personal, professional, philanthropy, business, just all the things. So yeah, it's really powerful. So you're not really investing in me, you're investing in yourself. And we're just going to be doing this container together. And I'm really going to be holding you accountable. I got some amazing feedback from last time. So I'm going to be incorporating that into this time. So it's an abundant mastermind and business accelerator. I really want to help you because I used to teach at Skyline College. I have an MBA. So I do have a lot of that business knowledge. And so I was focused on really having that mindset, but 6 months is a good amount of time. We can definitely develop the mindset, become the person, and really get clients. And there are people in the group that really just excelled at getting clients, getting courses together, and making it happen. So if that's something you're interested in, then join us. All right. Well, I love you. Oh my gosh, Griselle, thank you for being here. This has been so awesome. And I can't wait to just watch you guys flourish. I definitely want to stay connected. You're in the group, so definitely share your wins with us no matter what. And we're rooting for you and we're cheering you on. And I'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye, ladies. See you later.